Hey guys, this is my 1950 Buick two-door Special. I would like to preserve this car as kind of a patina rod, and it's got some neat fading to the paint, and I kind of like that. Doing a little bit of research online, I've found some relatively inexpensive products that are available from your local hardware store that apparently can do a good job of cleaning up the surface and then preserving the patina. Follow along while we give this a try and see whether it's going to work kind of the way it was described in the videos. Thanks for watching. First stage in this little process is going to be doing a Comet Wash, and we use a kind of a kitchen cleaner Scotch-Brite pad and Comet household cleaner and scrub down the surface, and we'll see if we can clean it up, get rid of some of the oxidization off the paint, and maybe get rid of a little bit of the surface rust off of there. And apparently one of the main ingredients in the commonly available patina protectors, whether it be the vice grip garage, that kind of thing, is supposed to be this flood Penetrol. And this is an additive for paint that's designed for helping to smooth out brush strokes, etc. So let's give this thing a quick cleanup with the Comet, and we'll let it dry, and then we'll try some of this Penetrol on there and see how it looks. I've got to be honest, I've never tried doing a Comet Wash before. This is something new for me, so let's see how it works. Got a wash mitt to spread some water around. And this is one of the more mild Scotch-Brite pads. It certainly appears to be lifting some rust anyways. Let's rinse that off and see what it looks like. This is just straight water that I've got that I'm soaking up with the wash mitt. Well, it certainly brings that green back nice. Wow. Well, it's impressive. Let me get the rest of the hood and the tops of the front fenders done with the Comet, and then we'll see how things look after that. Get rid of a bunch of surface rust off of there. It certainly has smoothed things down. Maybe a little rough here still, but the bare metal is got a little bit of scale to it, and the Scotch-Brite and Comet have certainly helped knock that down. This is going to be beautiful patina. This paint is, wow, that's a nice color. Now, it's still wet. It's not going to look quite this sharp when when it dries off here. Let me go grab a towel and I'll see if I can convince some of this water to get off of here. And we haven't done the side of the fender yet. We've just done the top and the hood. So it'll give us something we can compare once I get things dried off. I'll bring you back in a few minutes when I got things wiped down and the air has done its business, and I'll see what it looks like. Things are starting to dry out here. We're almost dry enough to do a little bit of experimenting. I think we've got a lot more green paint up here on the hood than we had before. I think the rust was kind of bridging over top of the green, at least on this side. Maybe on the other side too. We've got some heavier scale here where the rust, kind of down to bare metal. I haven't scrubbed at that. I do have some red Scotch-Brite we could try on these bare metal spots, but I don't want to peel too much more of the green paint off. So on the hood, we'll just leave well enough alone. Up here on the roof, as you can see, we're a lot more scaly, a lot less paint. I think we're probably safe to take the red Scotch-Brite to that, see if we can clean up. Looks like a roof rack might have been resting here and here, more through the paint. And then the sun's done some damage. See, we got a few little happy faces here that aren't so happy. We're going to have to do some tapping on. Fortunately, most of the headliners are removed, and that shouldn't be a big deal to smooth some of those out with a hammer and dolly. I think we're dry enough here now. Let me put you back on a stand, and we'll grab the Penetrol and see what it does. Well, it certainly helps if you hit record on the camera, and instead of stopping the recording on the camera, we've got one side wiped on here. It feels a little sticky where it's gotten on my skin. I suspect it's kind of like a linseed oil or something like that. The more porous, rusty metal seems to soak up a little bit extra. That has that side pretty much done. Let's get the other side going. We got the second side done. Coming back to the first side, it's starting to look a little dry. I think I'm going to do a second coat up on the top where the paint is more porous. I think we still need some more up there. Looks dry in here to me. That should fix it. If anything is going to. Well, that seems to be coming along. Let's let the top of the front here dry up a little bit. We'll see how it looks once it's had a chance to set up a little bit. Well, guys, it is pretty well dried at the touch. Well, we still got some shine. We've given a little bit of protection. If we wanted to make something that was going to last even better than this Penetrol stuff, we could have gotten a cheap clear coat from someplace and mixed it in 25-75, that being the 75, and it would give a little bit longer lasting shine. But wow, that certainly brought that hood around. Well, I've been letting things dry here. Where the roof was so scaly, I've just taken and done like a dry dusting with some red Scotch-Brite, more aggressive stuff. And just giving it a quick wipe down. I'm going to do a Comet Wash up there, I also did just touched up the top of the fenders, the top of the trunk lid here. Anywhere where it was kind of baked and scaly, I gave it a little scuff with the Scotch-Brite to take the scale down. We've still got the rest of the front fenders, the whole sides, the roof, and the back to do. I'm not going to make you guys watch me do that, but I am going to get going on it here, and I'll bring you guys back when I get the car all shined up. Well, guys, we're all shined up. I gave it a Comet Wash all over the place, and then I've hit it with that Penetrol shine juice, and it certainly has shined things up a little bit. This is still wet. I just finished applying it, and you can see where the rust had kind of pitted the metal. It's far more porous, and it's soaking the stuff in, and it's not as shiny. The rest of it looks really good. A little streaky maybe, but hey, this is the first time I've tried it. And hard to beat the price. Like, as I say, it was 10 bucks US for a pint or whatever it is can, and I've used probably about 2/3 of the can doing this. But again, the roof is really porous. I had to like pour it on. So a less rusty car would use less material. Also, if I knew what I was doing better, probably wouldn't take as long. I also hit the top of the dash while I was at it, mostly because I'd rested the can here, spilt a little bit, so I figured I may as well do the whole thing. It is a nice finish. I really like it, but we'll see how it stands up. Is this going to last as long as the Vice Grip Garage or the Poppy's Patina stuff? Probably not, because I believe that includes clear coat. But if I've got to give the car a good wash and reapply this stuff once every year or two, well, the car probably should be washed more often than that anyways. So I'm going to call it quits for tonight, but I'll bring you guys back in the morning and we'll see what it looks like after drying overnight. Of course, we're going to get a little bit of dew on things, but we'll see what the finished product looks like. Until then, well guys, it is the next day. Everything is dry to the touch. Where we've got the raw kind of rough metal, the little bit of pitting, we're still a little bit on the chalky side there, but the rest of it is, wow. Look at that shine. It is completely dry. Doesn't feel tacky at all. And it looks amazing. I might consider putting another coat on the roof where the metal's as rough as it is, although the advantage to what we've done here is we've stabilized it, we've sealed it up so that it's not going to get any worse. That just looks absolutely amazing. For 10 bucks, I think we're going to call that a win. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Greatly appreciate you taking time to watch the video. If you got this far, give me a thumb up. I think that is another big win for us. If you haven't already done so, consider subscribing to the channel. Love to have you come back. Maybe ring that bell icon so you get notified when I post new content. We'll catch you guys in the next mess. Thanks for watching.